Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are we ready? Might as well get the main theme song going. Excuse me. There we go. There we go.
Razzing boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga. I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Call me that box since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was famous. On the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas. One day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. We gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. Take a hit out the token too. Slipping hella shots. Feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock by my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit. That's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandal. Bruce pass me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames.
All right, who's in here? Let me finish my theme song first.
Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the street,
Happy
gotta
birthday,
do it for
Irishman.
the game.
Today
Said that on the
Carl's
street,
birthday.
gotta do it for the chat.
Oh,
I ain't
shit.
undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't
Happy
undisputed, but I
birthday.
want all the straps.
Happy birthday, Carlos Mendoza. Were you about 30 today? That's a big time in life, my brother. That's a big time in life. Let's get this jazz band up here. Ready? There we go. The Steve Nelson Quartet. Doing their Thursday afternoon gig at Smalls Jazz Club. That's not too loud, is it? All right, man. Afternoon trivia. That's something I don't usually do. I usually get high in the afternoon too. But I'm gonna make an exception for all in all that came in here. Let me see here. What do we have? Nate's ice cream cake. A little bit of this. Let a couple of people come in here, man. Oh yeah, look at this beauty. Look at this little beauty I'm gonna bust up for this show, man. Let me just kinda give you a close-up of that if you can. See if it see if I can get the focus of the locus here. Whoa! I dropped a piece of it. Never fear, the fingertips are here. But this is going to be heavily combusted during this show here. Break off a little bit of that. Snap off a little bit of the end. Put the rest of this back for. Eau de manure, heavenly. Get the old crusher out. We definitely want to thank everybody that came in here for this special afternoon trivia game. We're going to go into the trivia of the great Joe Louis. Use my old crusher here. Christopher Irish Boxing and Adventure in Amsterdam. That is truly an adventure. Let me see who else is here. Joe. Joe knows Joe. Shit. I'm going to take 10 points off Joe's original score when he even starts the game, but that's up for further discussion. De Niro, salute to you, my brother. Always a pleasure to see you in here, man. The Bud Files, thank you for your support as always, bro, sister. Peeps, you Django. All right, man. You know we got nothing here, but let me get my Toka 2 blazing here. I need a few blasts before I do this. I don't usually do this at this hour. I'm still a little bit shaky. Hey, I watched this movie last night called Redemption. Joe, check it out, man. And Carlos, it's Liam Neeson. He plays a retired boxer. He's in the mob and enforcing in Boston, and he's suffering from CTE, and I mean, shit, man. I loved it, man. You got your first concentrate today, Christopher. Hey, bro. You're breaking your cherry, man. In Amsterdam, what a place to do it, too. All right, now that gives me a nice little plate of powder here. Well, I'm gonna say powder, nice crushed up bud here, as you can see. That's through the grinder. Nice, huh? I'm gonna make it even better. I'm gonna fortify that baby. A little crumble. Platinum blonde crumble. I've showed you this stuff on many occasions. I got a little bit left here. I got some coming in tomorrow. I ordered some more for the holidays. Make the gummies. Ordered some more ingredients for that. And then tomorrow my weed channel is going to be rocking. So make sure you sub to that. Cannabis Education and Entertainment. And I'll educate you on the finer points and entertain you as I consume it. Steve Nelson, incredibly talented drummer. But let me do a couple of toasts. Hey, my brother, Just Do, man. Salute to you, man. Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. Keep digging. Oh, my brother, the metal detector. Salute to you, bro. Shout out, man. Thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate it. We're going to talk about Joe Louis, the brown bomber. Not talk. I'm not going to talk. My first bomb of the day. Followed by my second bomb of the day. Oh yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Let me get this thing going because I have 50 questions. I'm not going to be here all day. Let's see what it looks like here, man. We get the countdown on. The 2-minute warning here. It's like the 2-minute drill. That should be about enough for 3 tokes on the toker 2. I gotta go to New York City and check out Small's Jazz Club. This is a little club in Greenwich Village. They bring me some very, very cool acts. You're an older lady. Well, much apologies, much respect. Thank you much for coming in, my sister. I'm an older gentleman. And gentlemen, we always treat a lady like a lady. But I'm digging on the jazz too and getting ready for the contest. See what me bullshitting just kind of breaks the time here. A minute we'll be ready for the first question. Joe Louis, the brown bomber. I mean, this dude, this was a small heavyweight, 200 pounds. He owned the heavyweight division for 11 years. Just an amazing. See, I don't want to talk too much on him. So I'm going to give the questions away. Boz, is that Boz over there? He calls himself Box now. I think that's Boz, but I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. 30 seconds and this game is on. I ordered something yesterday. I ordered it yesterday and it's going to be delivered tomorrow. It's called Snow Caps. These buds that are drenched with a distillate and then they're coated with crushed diamond. Anyway, it's a whole new dimension. I can't wait to get it. It's going to be more fun when I share it with everybody on here. But I'm going to do it on my cannabis channel, so not to be a not to drag this channel down. First question in the trivia: what year did Joe Louis win the heavyweight title for the first time? One, was it 1941? 2 was at 1939, 3 was at 1937, or 4 was at 1934. Get those answers in. The window's closing fast. That's it. The window's closed. No more time to vote. Here we go, man. Computing the answers. The correct answer for that first question. Number 3, 1937. Joe and De Niro got that one right, man. Oh, I'm gonna go black. I'm coming right back. Bang, bang. And we'll skip to the next question now. See, I just did that so I can reset my program here. Which boxer handed Joe Louis his first professional defeat? 1 was it Tony Galento, 2 was it Max Schmeling, 3 was it James Braddock, or 4 was it Billy Conn? And this was an upset. I mean, this is pretty basic Joe Louis stuff. But then again, how difficult can I make Joe Louis trivia? Although you're going to see some questions. Joe, you're not going to go 50 for 50 in here, bro. I can guarantee that. But then again, maybe I can't. But who was his first loss to? This was the IZ something. And what he saw was Joe did not pull that left jab, that left hand back after he jabbed, and he countered it with the right hand. He knocked Joe Louis out. 100% got this one. Max Schmeling. Moving right along. How many consecutive successful title defenses did Joe Louis achieve? 1 was it 28, 2 was it 25, 3 was it 22, or 4 was it 18? My brother Shu, he saw me doing this on Facebook, doing my trivia, and I had my hoodie on. And he goes, Jesus, what are you? Some kind of soul? What are you keeping out here? Are you a brother? I said, bro. I said, it's 65 degrees in my house. It's cold in here, man. I live on the ocean with emotion, man. I get the northeast breeze coming in here. I'm bundled up. This hat's not to cover my cold dome, it's to keep it warm. The heat escapes from the roof the quickest. But anyway, man, yeah, I bundle up. If I had a blanket, I'd be putting that on. And I'm going to show you a jacket somebody sent me today. I think somebody out there sent it to me. I wasn't sure. It didn't come with any labels to it. But how many consecutive defenses? 100%, 25. Next question. And we're only at the beginning of this game, so if you just came in, jump right in, man. Who was Joe? What was Joe's famous? Joe Louis was famously nicknamed what? 1, the Knockout King. 2, the Iron Fist. 3, the Detroit Destroyer. 4, the Brown Bomber. Come on, all you Joe Louis aficionados, let's go, man. Oh, the crumble in the lead, man. That's what you call a high test right there. As opposed to your low octane fuel, man. That's 100 plus. If I don't see 100% on this one, I'm going to start throwing people. I'm going to start blocking people. That's what it's going to be. We're going to block all the dopes in here until it comes down to 1. So make sure you get your questions right, because 3 wrong, you're going to get blocked. We're going to time you out for like 10 minutes. Which city was Joe Louis born in? 1 was in Newark, New Jersey. 2 was at Lafayette, Alabama. 3 was at Detroit, Michigan. Or 4 was at Chicago, Illinois. Box, my brother. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't know why, but everybody says it, so give me a thumbs up, please. Which city was Joe born in? And everybody knows this one too, man. This was another one of his nicknames. He's got an arena named after him. Come on, 100% on this one too. After 10, we'll look at the scoreboards. Oh yeah, man. This 100% on that one too. This infused reefer that I smoke, infused with a crumble, is definitely the way to go. Joe Louis fought a famous rematch against Max Schmeling. What round did he win it? 1 was at the 5th round, 3 was at the 3rd round, 2 was at the 2nd round, or 4 was at the 1st round. The rematch with Max Schmeling. He sent Schmeling to the hospital, busted him up inside and outside. What round did he do it in? 5th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st? Yesterday was raining all day long, but it was like 65 degrees. It was a fucking weird day, man. I couldn't go for any outside activities or anything like that. I did. Me and the old lady, we went shopping, did a bunch of stuff in the car, went out for lunch. It was, the food was garbage, man. I said, take me home. But anyway, today it's 30 degrees cooler. It's like 30, it's 35. It's even colder than that, man. Unbelievable that the temperature dropping here. And no, the world's not in trouble. 40% the 1st round. 40% said the 2nd round. 20% said the 3rd round. Hey, now we're getting a little bit of space between contestants when we do that. Let's move on to question number 7. What was Joe's record at the end of his boxing career? 1 was he 70 and 5. 2 was he 68 and 2. 3 was he 66 and 3. Or 4 was he 65 and 4. Joe's final record on retirement. Isn't that cat walking on the base? My wife had a Reuben. It was a $14 Reuben, and she only ate half of it, which is normal anyway. But it's still in the refrigerator. That thing would have been gone last night if it was any good, or it would have been her lunch today or whatever. But no, it's gone to the seagulls for some reason, man. Dining is not matching the standards where it used to be. But Joe's final record. The correct answer number 3. 66 and 3. 84% got that one right. Skip to question number 6. Number 8, are we at now? Yeah, we're moving right along the line here. Number 8. Who did Joe Louis defeat to win the championship in 1937? 1 was it Tommy Farr. 2 was it Primo Carnera. 3 was it James J. Braddock, or 4 was it Jack Sharkey? Money Mitch, brother, salute, man. Good to see you in here. Love that, digging on that jazz in the AM. Well, I guess it's the PM. For most of you cats, it's probably the PM. But me, man, I'm a night owl. So this is basically AM for me. You know, I force myself to get up to get out of bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock. And that takes me another 2 hours to get moving. Who did Joe Louis defeat to win the heavyweight championship in 1937? Come on. Is this going to be 100% or 2? We shall see. The correct answer for this one is number 3. What do we got on this one? See, my thing isn't popping up, but it's on the other one. 67% with James J. Braddock. Question number 9. Joe served in which branch of the U.S. military during World War II? 1, was it the Navy? 2, was it the Marines? 3, was it the Army? Or 4, was he in the Air Force? What branch of the service was Joe Louis in? Hey, there he is, the Boz. Boz, there was some cat named the Box, and I thought it was you, but it wasn't you. Who's that over there? Hey, somebody on Facebook, hi. Somebody on Facebook, man. Play the game, sister. They always try to pick me up on there, but little do they know, I'm unpickable with my nose. All right, what's the correct answer to this? Was he in the Navy, the Marines, the Army, or the Air Force? Yeah, Boz, if you scroll back, there was some cat in here named the Box. And I thought you changed the name for a second. 100%. Joe Louis in the Army. You're in the Army now. You meet the Army child. You'll never get rich, you son. You know the rest. Question number 10, and then we'll look at the scores after this. What year was Joe Louis inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame? 1, was it 1995? 2, was it 1990? 3, was it 1988? Or 4, was it 1985? See, this one might be a little bit, you might have to guess at this one, but if you know the International Boxing Hall of Fame, the year that it was founded, the year, who else would be one of the first inductees, man? It wouldn't even be hard to figure out. I love those vibraphones. That's Steve Nelson playing those vibes. He originally a percussionist. Switched to them vibes, man. More like a Gary Burton, Lionel Hampton. Very, very spacey instrument. 1990, there you go, Boz. And see, you can put 1990 in here too. That counts as a vote. And how many got this one right? Let's see. 86%. Joe on top. Let's pause this for a second. Let's check out the leaderboard. And let's see how we're doing in here. The leaderboard is up with Joe in first place with 10 out of 10. De Niro Sparta with 10 out of 10. Hey, baby. This could be a face-off going on here. Huge angle. Couple wrong. No biggie, bro. We still got 40 questions. Christopher, man, he's the toughest little. He gets knocked down and he comes back. And he gets knocked down and he comes back. One of these days, I think he did win a trivia, but one of these days he's gonna win a boxing trivia. And we're gonna have to celebrate the joint off of that. Well, let's resume this game. Go to question number 11. See, I gotta learn how to restart it and start it. That's something see, I get my computer guy down there. We smoke so much pot and we was talking about freaking weed and stuff. Anyway, Joe Louis fought Billy Conn in 1941. How did Joe Louis win this fight? 1, was a technical knockout in the 10th round. 2, was a knockout in the 15th round. 3, was a knockout in the 13th round. Or 4, was it a decision? The Joe Louis Billy Conn fight. Joe Louis Billy Conn #1 in 1941. This fight got the old expression, they can run but they can't hide. And Billy Conn, stubborn Irishman. He could have had the heavyweight championship of the world. The motherfucker wanted to go head to head with the Brown Bomber. Whoa! That was a foregone conclusion. But anyway, it was a 13th round knockout. Money and Joe got that one right, man. Hey, there's my brother out there, man. I see him. Yes, I did, man. Rude exposure, my man. Salute, bro. Salute. The bars, you said 2, but maybe 3. Hey, man, I don't control the scores. This is a computerized game here. I just pay for it, put the questions in there, and bango. Spits out the answers and does all this stuff. Against which opponent did Joe Louis have his final professional boxing match? Who was Joe Louis's last professional opponent? 1, was it Rocky Marciano? 2, was it Jersey Joe Walcott? 3, was it Ezzard Childs? Or 4, was it Archie Moore? Put your answers in, the window's closed. The last fight that Joe Louis had, his 69th fight, and he didn't come out on top. The Brockton Bomber, the Brockton Blockbuster, whatever you want to call him, Rocky Marciano, on his way up, Joe Louis. And Joe was riding a six-fight winning streak. Rocky was too much for Joe. On this night, on this day and time. 100% got that one right. Question number 13 coming up here. What financial difficulties plagued Joe Louis after his retirement? 1 was it unpaid loans. 2 was it tax debts to the IRS. 3 was it gambling debts. Or 4 was it failed investments. What financial difficulties plagued Joe Louis until they buried him? I get calls every day telling me that the IRS is after me. They can help me. Oh man, I block them every day and they still call me back. And when I call them back, they'll say, "Please wait, an adjuster will come and talk to you. If you want to be taken off on do not call list, stay on the line or press number 2 now." It's like I'll just block you, but they come back and get me. Michael Johnson, my brother, salute, man. Tax debt to the IRS, man. Never was paid off. Sad. What they did to him, and he gave multi-persons to the Army Relief Funds, to the USO. Anyway, let's continue with this man. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber. Always a good topic to talk about, man, you know? Joe held a World Heavyweight Championship for how many years? A World Heavyweight Championship. And he didn't just make 2, 3, 4 fucking defenses. He made 2, 3, 4 defenses a year. How many years was it? 1 was it 9 years? 2 was it 8 years? 3 was it 12 years? Or 4 was it 11 years? How many years was Joe Louis the heavyweight championship of the world? Well, unbelievable, though. And then he went in the Army too, fought exhibitions, gave his purses away, and he was still the heavyweight champion. They froze the titles. Put your answer in there. You got a few more seconds, the window's closed. And there it is, man. Computing the answers right now. These are just mind-boggling. 15% got it, 11 years. Joe said 12 years. This is gonna have to be. I know Joe's gonna contest this one. I'm gonna have to go bring up some dates and stuff. But AI says 11 years. Money got that one right. I know Joe's pulling what little hair he has now out of his head. He's going and digging into his Ring Magazine boxing book of the Bible. Joe Louis participated in an exhibition match with which famous wrestler? This one you might not know, Joe. Did he wrestle with Ruth Bez? Did he wrestle with Gorgeous George Wagner? Did he wrestle with George Hackenschmidt or Ed Strangler Lewis? Who did Joe Louis participate in an exhibition boxer versus wrestler match against? See, these are the hard ones here. These are the ones that I had to go and dig in and replace the easy ones with ones like this. I see the answers all over the place, and I don't even see any. Oh, I see one right one in there. See, this question was in there, but they had the wrong answer. I had to go and find the right answer, and I'm like, no, that's not right. They had Buddy Bear as the. I said, Buddy Bear was no wrestler, and I went back. I looked up the right answer. Gorgeous George, 17% got that one. You, my brother, awesome, bro. Question number 16. Coming up here, man. We're only a third to the game, so Stick around. Plenty of, you can see Joe's not God. Joe's not God. He's not invincible. What was Joe Lewis's official height? 1, was he 6 feet 4 inches? 2, was he 6 foot 3 inches? 3, was he 6 foot 2 inches? 4, was he 6 feet 1 inches? The official height. See, this is some avant-garde stuff, those vibes in the background. Those are tinkling my musical brain cells here, man. Brings me back to 1978, Boston, the ECM Jazz Festival at Berkeley. Gary Burton doing the freaking solo vibraphone stuff, man. Whew. How tall was Jumpin' Joe? Joe was a small heavyweight. Today they probably push him into cruiserweight. The correct answer, 6'2". Damn. Money got that one. And the bars, is that the bars in there, man? It just says the on the scorecard. They didn't include the dude's name. What was Joe Lewis's full birth name? 1, was it Joseph Louis Jackson? 2, was it Joseph Louis Carter? 3, was it Joseph Louis Barrow? Or 4, was it Joseph Lee Barrow? Dan the Man Brother, welcome to the daytime edition. It's like the match game. They used to have the PM edition and the AM edition. I figured, what the fuck, man? We'll throw an AM edition. Oh, AM, I shouldn't be using that language in the AM. But the AM edition of the trivia, we'll keep it mellow and clean, family friendly. What was his full birth name? Everybody should know this one. That's it, the window's closed. Joseph Louis Barrow, 75% got this one right. Joseph Lee Barrow, no. And they say he wrote his name so big, when he wrote his name on his first contract, when he became a professional, he didn't have room to put Barrow on the paper, and the promoter just said, Joe Louis, that's good enough, and that was it. Kept it to this day. 75%. Next question. Joe Louis defended his title against Tommy Farr in 1937. Where did he defend his title against Tommy Farr? Where did it take place? 1, was at Yankee Stadium. 2, was at Wembley Stadium. 3, was at Madison Square Garden. Or 4, was at Comiskey Park. See, this one a little difficulty factor here. Yankee Stadium. Imagine having a fight in Yankee Stadium, man. They haven't done anything like that since what? Since Ken Norton and Ali. Am I wrong? Madison Square Garden too. You know, Tank's fighting in New York. He doesn't want to do. He's not fighting in Madison Square Garden. I did a show with Leon Muhammad last week, and I'll give you the reason why. 89% got this one right. Yankee Stadium. 12% said Wembley. The correct answer, Yankee Stadium. Let me do a toka on this toka too. Maybe even change the water here. It's getting a little bit on the grungy side. Maybe I can get the old lady to do it. She's still awake. In 1942, Joe Louis donated his entire purse from 2 fights to which cause? 1, was it War Bonds? 2, was it Veterans Association? 3, was it Red Cross? Or 4, was it Army and Navy Relief Fund? And Conquest 2, brother. Salute. Hey, baby. a favor, babe, please. Change my bong water. Nothing better than a good woman and a good meal. Not necessarily in that order, but in 1942, man, what charity did Joe Louis donate? Not just one, but his entire. Can you imagine a fighter doing that today? Can you just imagine that, man? Mind-boggling. But this is what fucked him up, man. This is what 100% got this one right, man. The Army Navy Relief Fund. This is what had the. This is why he, after he donated, the government said, "Oh no, you still owe us taxes on that." And they said, "Oh no, no. You have to pay your taxes first, then donate the money." And that was it, man. That was the beginning of the fucking end. It just accumulated interest and Joe's generosity and everything else. Joe Louis's victory over Max Schmeling in 1938 was seen as symbolic because it opposed which ideology? 1, was it Nazism? 2, imperialism? 3, fascism? Or 4, communism? And this was such a huge time. Boxing playing a big time in politics. It's just fucking wild. Just wild. Windows closed. Get your votes in. Who knows, man? The way things are, it might even get just as crazy, maybe even crazier. Nazism. The Max Schmeling, the champion of Nazi Germany, the reluctant champion against Joe Louis, the American, and that was like, whew, that was like undescribable in this day and age. 50% got that one right, man. See, the 50% that didn't. Look at this as a learning experience. You're learning about Joe Louis, which is such a cool thing, man. That's why I like doing this. It's not just a game. It's education. And nothing quite like boxing education. Joe Louis' longest fight lasted how many rounds? 1, was it 20 rounds? 2, was it 15 rounds? 3, was it 12 rounds? Or 4, was it 10 rounds? My baby. Much love. See that, man? Looks like it's brandy fucking new. Am I fortunate? Yeah, baby. Okay, man, let's get down to it, man. How many rounds was Joe Louis' longest fight? This one should be pretty easy. It should be, but one never knows, man. See, you gotta know a little bit about something to get these, but if you don't, if you get them wrong, you learn. And you'll never get them wrong again. Somebody asks you a question about Joe Louis, and believe me, you're gonna be sitting at the head of that table. That's what's good about this. It's not only fun, it's educational, and you know, I stopped getting enough fucking donations and super chats to this fucking channel. Maybe we'll make it profitable for you too. We'll give away some serious cash prizes. 80%, 15 rounds. Yep, Joe was in the 15 round era. Too young for the 20 round era, and too old for the 12 round era. He was in that 15 round era, and oh, I just got a text. I'm getting some wild texts coming in here, man. Let me put this on pause for a second. Let me put this on pause for just a second, if I can. Joe, my phone's blowing up. Joe Louis worked in what role at Caesar's Palace after retiring from boxing? 1, was he security guard? 2, was he a greeter? 3, was he a casino manager? Or 4, was he a bartender? Thank you for confirming your upcoming. Oh, that's my doctor's appointment. Thank you for confirming your. It's still going off. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, Remy. Oh, Remy, my brother. Remy, I'm doing a live show right now, brother. It's Joe Louis Trivia. If you're doing nothing, hop on there, man. It blows my mind. I thank you so much for that superb, unbelievable gift you sent me. That's the beauty of texting. We can just fucking speak it. But anyway, I'll tell you about this. I'll tell you about this when the game's over. If you stick around, God blesses me. What was Joe's duty at Caesar's Palace? 81% said he was a greeter, and that's what that was what they did for Joe. I mean, Joe was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. He was fucked up, retired. He had no money. Caesar's Palace. He greeted you at the door. Can you imagine going in there with, if we had the cameras and stuff we have now, a selfie with Joe Louis? I want one. 89% got that one right. Money and Joe, on the money with Joe. What year did Joe Louis pass away? Was it 1985? 2 was it 1981? 3 was it 1980? Or 4 was it 1978? The name of this tune is Bags Groove. Milt Holland. This is a Thelonious Monk song. Now, what year did Joe Louis pass away? And I remember this day too. I remember the last time I saw him. It was a sad thing. And I can't give it away because I think I included it into the trivia. But what year did Joe pass away? Was it 85, 81, 80, or 78? Well, I do another hit on my clean bong that the old lady just made for me. '81. Oh, that thing tastes so good with clean water. Ooh la la. 1981, man. I remember it. I think I read it in the paper. It was a day old, you know. It wasn't like the internet now where you get everything. Hey, danger, my brother. Salute. Joe Louis lost his attempt to regain the heavyweight title to Ezzard Charles in what year? 1 was it 1951, 2 was it 1950, 3 was it 1949, or 4 was it 1948? This was even before I was born, man. Joe Louis, he retired and he came back, tried to regain the title from Ezzard. And what year was that? This is kind of a tough one. And don't all look at Joe's answer, because Joe ain't getting all right. At the end of this question, at the end of 25, we'll look at the scores. The correct year, number 2, 1950. 23% got that one right. 67% said 51. The correct year, 1950. Only the second loss in the illustrious career of Joe Louis. We're going to go to question 25, then we're going to take a break. I know, Joe, huh? That's why I said don't all look at Joe, because he'll get a fucking boner every once in a while too, man. Joe Louis enlisted in the Army in which year? 1 was it 1943, 2 was it 1942, 3 was it 1941, or 4 was it 1940? Which year did Joe, as the heavyweight champion of the world, say, my country comes before this title belt? And he enlisted in Uncle Sam called him, Sugar Ray Robinson. Oh, there were a bunch of them. What year was it? That music's not too loud, is it? I can turn it down for this. You can just tell me. It's going through my head, and I'm just digging on it, man. I have 2 things I want to do this year. See, I want to go to Cooperstown. I want to go to I say Cooperstown. That's the Baseball Hall of Fame. want to go to Canastota this year for the induction, man. Go see Vinny Paz get inducted into the class. And then I also want to go to New York City and start that Smalls Jazz Club. Have a nice steak, see some jazz. And, come on home. But, hey, we got 6 months to plan it. So 84% got that one right. Let's resume this game. And no, wait a minute. We're going to pause the game. We're going to look at the scoreboard. That's right. See, this is my short-term memory, man. This is this is one of the things about getting old. You can't remember shit, and it's really sometimes you want to kick yourself in the ass because it's like, fuck. But anyway, De Niro, 21 out of 25. Joe with 20 out of 25. Hugh Django with 18. Keep digging, 17. Somebody said she didn't even know boxing, and she's freaking kicking ass over here. Christopher, 17. Money Mitch, The Boz, Michael Johnson, Dan, N Conquest, boxes. But see the Boz? If you're still here, see it says box on there. I thought that was you. I thought maybe you just changed your name. Define Irony, man. Shout out to you, bro. I didn't even see you in there. Salute my brother. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Always a pleasure to see you in here. And Danger, another one of the guys who used to come in here from way back in the day. Now he's starting to return again. Where, see if I can fix this. See, right now it's getting darker and light at the same time, so it's kind of weird. I'm trying to get it so I can see, and you can see me at the same time. And it's working. Anyway, that's the first half of the game. See, I wish right now I could just stop it and start all over again, but I don't know how to do that. I have to. I want to know. Joe Louis defeated Buddy Bear twice. What was notable about their second fight? 1. Louis won by decision. 2. Louis knocked him out in the first round. 3. It ended in a draw. Or 4. Bear was disqualified. This drummer kicks some ass too, man. Playing these drums. Charlie Gould on the drums. What was notable about Joe Louis's second fight with Buddy Bear? And you could say notable to who? But anyway, Buddy Bear was disqualified. And that's the way it goes. Not everybody gets them. I like it when it's kind of spread out like this. Keeps it interesting and keeps the scores tightening up here. I thought Joe was going to come in and get 100 or 50 out of 50 for some reason. What was the outcome of Joe Louis's fight against Jersey Joe Walcott in 1947? 1 was a unanimous decision for Walcott. 2 was a split decision win for Louis. 3 was it a knockout loss for Louis. Or 4 was it a draw. And this was a fight where Joe retired after this fight. And even Joe retired because Joe didn't believe the decision. Very, very interesting fight in the annals of boxing history. Very, very deep. You know, Joe even said after the fight, I'm sure that the answers are still coming in here. Joe said, the wrong Joe won this fight. The second Bear fight was a 1-round knockout. Oh, we got discrepancy with Joe in here. We'll have to look at that at the end of the game, Joe. I'll go back into the files. I don't doubt you, bro. I'm just going on the artificial intelligence quiz that I took off of the internet. But we'll check it out, though. We'll check it out. After this one's over, it was 100% got this one, man. Well, we'll pause the game on this question. What year did Joe make his professional debut? But what I'll do is I'll go on AI and we'll wait till the game's over. I just might shut the game down if I fuck around with it too much. Well, what year did Joe make his professional debut? 1 was at 1936, 2 was at 1935, 3 was at 1934, or 4 was at 1932. What year? Answers are all over the board on this one. The man who fought in 3 decades. Benny Levine, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you coming in here. Welcome to the game. Newcomers, keep coming back. And with a Grateful Dead symbol too. How much better does it get than that? I'm an old deadhead myself from way back. I'm still going down that road feeling bad. Joe Louis appeared in a movie alongside a which comedian in 1940? 1 was it Laurel Hardy, 2 was it Charlie Chaplin, 3 was it Buster Keaton, or 4 was it Bud Abbott? Cool stuff, huh? Who was the comedian that Joe Louis appeared along? And I didn't know this one. I had to look it up. And then when you look it up, you're like, do I remember that? Bud Abbott. 38%. Joe and Money were in on that one. 50% said Buster Keaton. 13% said Charlie Chaplin. Question number 30 coming up. That's 2/3 of this game. Joe Louis's fight against Primo Carnera was considered significant for what reason? 1 was it symbolic racial implications? 2 was it the longest fight? 3 first title defense, or 4 fastest knockout? This one I'm not quite sure of, but I googled this one too, and it came out with that same answer. So look at me. See, these jazz cats, they can play these classic show tunes and really make them feel from the heart. But symbolic racial implications. I don't really know what that means, but apparently some people do. Question number 31. Joe Louis's mother wanted him to play which musical instrument instead of boxing? 1 was it the violin? 2 was it the trumpet? 3 was it the saxophone? Or 4 was it the piano? What did Joe's mom want him to play? Not to box. And she thought he was going out to freaking practice, and he was going out to practice, but not what she thought he was practicing for. Until she found his gloves. And I'm saying too much already. I don't want to give it away.
One more time for Charles Gould on the drums.
Charles Gould on drums. I think we thank Charles Gould.
On the bass. Mr. Bruce Clark on piano. And of course, Mr. Steve Nelson on microphone, leading vocal quartet. Thank you so much for joining us. Please stick around for the next set. There is an additional music charge per person. But one more time for the Steve Nelson Quartet.
Oh, they're taking a break. Let me see if I can go beyond there. See if I can go beyond there. Let me pause this game for a second here. I want to see if I can get these guys to. We don't want that dead time, but it was the violin, man. Joe used to sneak his boxing gloves in his violin case until his mother found them, and that was it, man. She gave in. See if I can get this these boys back on stage again for the finish this. I mean, come on, you can't take a break that long. There we go. There we go. Okay, the break's over. Through the magic of our technical powers over here, we'll resume the game. 89% got that one right. And I was going to say, Chris, his mother found his gloves in the case, and she couldn't find them in the piano case. What was the official weight of Joe Louis during most of his prime? 1 was at 210 pounds, 2 was at 200 pounds, 3 was at 190 pounds, or 4 was at 185. And tell me if that music is too loud too, I can turn it down. Just a shade. There we go. Joe Louis, a small heavyweight. £200, 50% got that one. 50% said 190. 50% said 200. Question number 33 coming up. Thank you, Joe. Joe Louis, where's Joe Louis buried? Is he in Woodland Cemetery? 2, is he in Greenwood Cemetery? 3, is he in Forest Lawn Memorial Park? Or 4, is he in Arlington National Cemetery? Where is Joe buried? This should be a pretty easy one. The national hero. Arlington National Cemetery, a hero's rest. Which is sad because in life, the government hounded him, never made him even with the books, and yet they're buried in a place of honor. Doesn't make sense. Joe Louis faced Arturo Goody twice in 1940. What was controversial about their first fight? 1, was it illegal punches? 2, was it an early stoppage? 3, was it a disqualification? Or 4, a close split decision? Arturo Goody. Controversial fight deserved a rematch. What made it controversial? Boz, I wish I could highlight your comment, but I can't do it, man. This program, it's not like StreamYard. I can't put things on the screen. Honestly, I don't know if I can. There's a lot of different gizmos you can use back here. But it was a close split decision. Warranted a rematch, and Boz said Goody might have won that in reality. Number 35 coming up. See, Boz, I did this for all you cats over in the UK, man. It's not too late. You don't have to be in bed. Joe officially retired from boxing in which year? 1, 1951, 2, 1950, 3, 1949, 4, 1948. This was when he officially retired. He came back again, but this is when he officially retired. What year was it? Windows closed. $1949. Benny and Joe got that one right. 75% said 51. That's after Marciano, his original official retirement. He gave the title up 1949. So, see, these questions are difficult, but you got to read them. You got to officially retired. So let's see what the all right. Joe's first amateur coach was who? Was it Ray Arcel? 2 was it Jack Blackburn? 3 was it Holman Williams, or 4 was it Eddie Futch? His first amateur coach. I would have guessed this one wrong. Holman Williams. Benny, man. Benny, I didn't know you were a boxing historian out there, bro. First time in here, I believe. I'm not sure, maybe. But anyway, you're coming in here smoking, champ. Next question. Joe Louis once boxed an exhibition match against this future world champion. Who was it? Was it Sonny Liston? 2 was it Muhammad Ali? 3 was it Joe Frazier? 4 was it Floyd Patterson? Actually, we should have put his name at the time in there. But get your guesses, get your answers in there. %. Money and Christopher jumped on that one. Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay at the time. Money was money, man. Exhibitions were a common thing at the time. Hey, Moss, hello, brother. Good to see you in here, bro. Peace to you, brother. I'm doing some funky trivia in here, man. I'm having a blast. I don't know about you cats, but I am. My old lady's gonna make me a nice burger after this. Maybe some fries from the oven. Joe Louis's fight earnings were heavily taxed due to what issue? 1, was it mismanagement? 2, was it high interest rates? 3, was it fraudulent advisors? Or 4, was it back taxes? Sometimes Joe left with $100. That's how bad things were towards the end. Sad story, man. But his earnings were heavily taxed. Get my little business card out here. Back taxes, 100% got that one right. We knew it. Let's pause this for just a sec while I get this weed to the center part of the tray. See, this is working just about right, you know. And keep the amount. This is just the right amount for the continuance of the game. Give me about a half dozen or so bongs while we resume the game and go into the last dozen. Is it the last dozen questions? Yeah, man, I got 50 questions out here, so we got a dirty dozen more. 1935 fight against Max Baer marked what milestone in his career? Joe Louis's 35 fight against Max Baer marked what milestone? 1, was it the largest gate at Yankee Stadium? 2, was it his biggest payday? 3, was it his first title shot? Or 4, was it his fastest knockout in a heavyweight title fight? I think the computer might win one. I don't see the right answer in here at all. It was his biggest payday. Nobody got that one. More, you chomped in at the end if the window was closed. Well, you went in with another one first. But that's okay. I feel so good when the fucking AE stomps everybody. What organization did Joe Louis support through his charity exhibition matches? 1, was it UNICEF? 2, was it the NAACP? 3, was it the Army Emergency Relief? Or 4, was it the American Red Cross? What organization? I would have said 4, but I think I'm wrong. That piano player is kicking ass too, man. The Army Emergency Relief, 88% was on with that one. Question number 41. This is the down to the last 10. Joe Louis's rivalry with Max Schmeling spanned how many fights? 1, was it 2? 2, was it 3? 3, was it 1? 4, was it 4? How many fights did Joe and Max Schmeling compete in? This is a pretty simple one. The correct answer, 100% I'm going to get this one right. We'll move on. See, I should, it's hard for me to make them all difficult. You know how it is. I threw this thing together in 15, 20 minutes, for Christ's sake. I said, afternoon trivia? Yeah, let's give it a shot. 100% on this one. Next question. Joe Louis helped integrate golf by playing in what tournament? 1 was at the U.S. Open, 2 was at the San Diego Open, 3 was at the PGA Championship, or 4 was at the Masters Tournament. That was the other sport Joe Louis was really involved in integrating. One of the first sports to have a black man play golf in. Joe Louis was there, man. He was into the cause, big time. What tournament was he? What was he first in historically? I mean, I hear you, Danger. I never played a game of golf in my life, but it's out there. You know, I never stepped in the ring in my life too, but I'm over here talking about boxing. 15% with the San Diego Open. More good answer or guess, whatever it was, bro. 86% said the PGA. Joe Louis became the heavyweight champion after defeating James J. Braddock by what method? 1 was it a technical knockout, 2 was it a knockout, 3 was it a forfeit, or 4 was it a decision? How did Joe win the title? How did he win it? Go check out the movie The Cinderella Man if you are not familiar with James J. Braddock or even Joe Louis. You can learn about him in there. You can learn a lot, you know, when you just actually he doesn't fight Joe Louis in that movie. But anyway, 100% got this one right. It was by knockout. But even after that, Joe wasn't satisfied. He wanted to get Schmeling in that ring for that rematch. What job did Joe Louis hold before becoming a professional boxer? This might be interesting. 1 was he a steel worker, 2 was he a railroad porter, 3 was he a farmer, or 4 was he an automobile assembly worker? What did Joe do before he became a paid for punch boxer? My job. Oh shit. I missed 420. Imagine that. Wow. Shame on me. I'll have to turn the clock back. Because as soon as I jumped on here, I said 420, I'm going to stop everything. 88% got this one right. Detroit, the assembly line worker. Left a good job in the city. Joe Louis's autobiography is entitled what? Is it entitled, not what? Is it entitled The Brown Bomber? Is it entitled My Life? Is it entitled Fight to the Finish? Or is it entitled Champion Forever? What's the title of Joe's autobiography? I never read it, man. I probably never will. I'm bad with books. I say I'm going to, and I go watch. I look for a documentary or something, or go find a internet short version of it, highlights. But books, man, bad habit. I used to read them all the time. I used to go to bed reading a book, man. But those days, they're so far gone, I can't even remember them. But what was his autobiography entitled? This should be an easy one for you cats, man. Nobody got it. Joe. One would be the most logical. Well, any of these, bro, we'll Google them at the end. If you think there's anything that should be fact checked in here, stick around at the end of the game and we'll do it. I know you had that one about the Buddy Bad, the second fight. We'll check that one out. All right. Joe Louis was posthumously awarded what honor by President Ronald Reagan? One, was it the Purple Heart? Two, was it the Presidential Citizens Medal? Three, was it the Medal of Freedom? Or four, was it the Congressional Gold Medal? What was he awarded by Reagan? I was not a big fan of Reagan. I got some memorabilia from Ronald Reagan. I'll show you. But what award did Reagan bestow upon Joe Louis? Mr. Pads, brother, salute, man. My man, Mr. Pads, if you had come earlier, you'd probably gotten all of these. But it was a Congressional Gold Medal. And let me show you my memorabilia from Ronald Reagan. Back here. This is official paraphernalia from the Ronald Reagan era. Just say no. That was we all know how well that worked out. 38% got that one right. Let's resume this game. The next question. And we're moving right on in here, man. There's only going to be 4 questions to go. Joe Louis's first fight against Tony Galante in 1939 was known for what incident? 1, was it an illegal punch? 2, Galante knocked Louis down. 3, a double knockout. Or 4, a controversial stoppage. Now, Joe, don't be saying that. Windows closed. This was like the Bum of the Month Club, and something special happened in this fight. All of a sudden, the bum landed a fucking right hand, and Joe was down. 88% got that one right. Money right on Joe and him and Joe. See, I've got on this program it only shows 2, and I've seen other versions of this where it shows like 5 people who got it right. But we'll get better and better. Joe Louis's funeral expenses were paid for by which famous individual? 1, was it Sugar Ray Robinson? 2, was it Muhammad Ali? 3, was it Frank Sinatra? 4, was it Don King? Who paid? correct answer. Frank Sinatra. And Joe, the historian, Max Schmeling, contributed also. He sent money to Joe's wife. But I guess Sinatra took the publicity in Vegas for that one. But anyway, man, Frank Sinatra paid for the final expenses. What was Joe told not to do in public? This was a crazy time. This is the Jim Crow era. Was he told, 1, never to be seen partying with white women? 2, was he never to be seen eating fried chicken or watermelon? 3, was he never to be gloating in the ring after a victory? Or 4, was it all these things? What was Joe told not to do in public? Goldeye, brother. My man, my stoner brother out there. Salute. I guess everybody in here is kind of my stoner brother or sister. But I see Goldie. I see Goldeye over there at my buddy the Weed Channel. My man, CB Cornbread. And I hang out, man. You know, I just hang out at places. All of these things, 23%. Imagine that, man. Your manager tells you never to be seen partying with white women, never to be seen eating fried. And Joe liked watermelon. Never to gloat in the ring after a victory. All these things. You want to survive in this world today? You do what you're told. And you know, Joe, that's why Muhammad Ali, and Joe says, you know, Ali said to Joe, Ali said that I'm going to be like you, but I'm not going to be like you. I'm going to be like myself. You know, they had a thing going back and forth. Hey, Haynes, what's up, my brother? Good to see you in here, man. We're closing in on the final questions over here. The dog's been fed. I'll be eating after this, man. We are winding this down. Let's resume the game here. We'll get to the question number 40. What is this, 50 already? What was the last boxing match Joe Louis attended? And I watched this on HBO, and man, I saw Joe Louis in a wheelchair at ringside. 1 was at Leonard versus Hearns. 2 was at Holmes versus Berbick. 3 was at Duran versus Lennon. Or 4 was at Ali versus Holmes. I watched this fight on HBO. This was early. I didn't have cable in my area, in my town. But we went to this other cat's place up in the city in Providence, and he had HBO. But this dude had HBO, but he had an illegal antenna on his house. These were computer geeks back in the fucking 70s, the 80s, the early 80s. But this fight was on, and Joe was at ringside. And when they wheeled him away, there was a puddle of urine there. And the HBO announcer said something real pungent about it. And at the same fight, Sugar Ray Robinson was way up in the fucking rafters. But this was a very poignant night. It was the last fight that Joe attended. And let's see how many got this one right. Because man, it was a party night for me, man. I brought a pizza to the guy's house, a big Italian pizza. We stopped on Federal Hill, Caserta's Pizza. Fucking, we must have had 3 cases of beer. I remember that we were drinking this stuff in milk. It was called, I'll think of it afterwards anyway. But anyway, it was Holmes versus Trevor Berbick. And Berbick was just coming, Berbick was he had beaten John Tate at the Leonard and Hearns fight, at the Leonard and Duran fight, and he got himself a title shot. And man, these two, they hated each other. But anyway, this was the last fight Joe attended. I read in the paper a few days, a week or so later, that Joe had died. And I'm surprised I didn't have some more questions in here. If I had questions, I thought in here. But see, I fucked around with it, and I lost a couple of them, like, how old was Joe Louis when he died? But anyway, the end of the game here, man. The Here we go. Look at the finals up on the board here, man. De Niro Sparta, 38 out of 50. Joe, 37 out of 50. Hugh Jangle with 33. Money Mitch came in late and he still got 30 correct, man. Christopher, 30 correct, hanging up the bars. Keep digging. Danger. Moore. Michael Johnson. Benny Levine. Dan. End Conquest. Box Goldeye. Fine Irony, man. I appreciate all you cats coming here for this. This was a little bit of afternoon action here, man. And like I said earlier, there's so many things about Joe Louis that we could, you know, where did he die from? How old was he when he died? There's just a lot of trivia for community. But hey, I did the best I could do, man. It was a great show. De Niro, man. We came, saw, and conquered. We will definitely have to. I'm gonna have to get a plaque I can put behind me with the trivia's name, the name of the trivia went on there, so it can be displayed between games on my background of all the illustrious champions we have back here, man. But great stuff, man. Joe, what's up? All right, man. That makes it a draw. All right, man. Let's check that question. Here's what I would do. Let me see if I can still do this. See, I word it exactly as I worded it. I don't have the. I gotta type this in here. I gotta see which window to close. Okay. All right. What did the exact question say? Let me see if I can get it. Not right. Let me see if I can get that first question up here. Joe, I'll do it. Yes, but Bear got KO'd and won in the rematch and DQ'd in the first fight for not getting off the stool. Well, you can't argue with that. You know, Joe kind of reminds me of Donald Trump in the 2020 election. And if we don't give him a draw, he said he's going to storm the White House. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to go back and see how that question was worded. And you're probably right. It probably is a draw. But you know what a draw means? A draw means a rematch. That means you guys have to get together, bang heads once again. Hugh Jangle wasn't far behind either, man. But Joe's claiming that Sparta, he got one right, and I got one wrong in there. So we're going to have a rematch. What fighter can I? It's going to have to be my choice. I can't have you guys pick a fighter. And I think I did Ali trivia already. But I'm going to get one, though. Keep your eyes on here, man. Make sure you is. Yes, you are. It's in the contract. This is like Fury doesn't want that rematch either. But the contract was signed. So we will take you to court on that one. Going back to the Deontay Wilder bullshit we were putting up with a long time ago. But anyway, guys and girls, I've already been here for longer than I should have been. Great trivia question, great trivia game. Thank you much. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. And I guess I can do this and I'm gone, right? Peace.